Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the Premier League action with the best individual performances from Matchweek 36. We are talking about the sensational attacking display from Brighton and Hove Albion defender De Kuyper in their 3-0 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers. This Belgian left-back delivered a lengthy run from his own half to set up a first-time dink for Jack Hinchelwood, and his second assist was also for a header that led to a second goal. You have to see the details of this incredible performance and decide if De Kuyper is the player of the matchweek.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we are dissecting the harsh criticism leveled against Tottenham Hotspur's Richarlison following their frustrating draw against Leeds United. We hear from former Aston Villa striker Agbonlahor, who called Richarlison the slowest player in the Premier League, pointing to his poor run and how he struggled to influence the proceedings in that tough match. We will also look at the other players involved and the bigger picture of Tottenham's precarious position in the relegation battle as they face a difficult trip to Chelsea. Now, let's turn our attention to the transfer buzz swirling around Arsenal and their ambitious recruitment strategy. Arsenal Insider has revealed that the club is actively looking for a wide player to upgrade Gabriel Martinelli. But the real bombshell is the report that Premier League winger Anthony Gordon is destined to leave Newcastle United at the end of the season. We break down the potential £80 million price tag and what this means for Mikel Arteta's plans. And finally, we're checking in on the crucial injury updates for Manchester City as they prepare for their clash with Crystal Palace. We have the latest on whether star midfielder Rodri and defender Abdulkadir Kusanov will be available for the game, and whether Pep Guardiola is optimistic about their availability for the remainder of the season. Don't miss out on all the updates. Stay tuned right here for the rest of the action. The Premier League is seeking fan votes to determine the player of the matchweek for Matchweek 36 of the 2025-26 season. 5 standout performances from the week are up for consideration, with voting open until 12:00 BST on Wednesday, May 13th. The winner will be announced later that day. Several performances stood out across the league. Brighton and Hove Albion defender De Kuyper delivered a sensational attacking display in their 3-0 win against Wolverhampton Wanderers, featuring a lengthy run from his own half that culminated in a first-time dink for Jack Hinchelwood and a second assist for a header leading to a second goal. Doku also impressed, providing another sensational performance against Brentford. The Belgian winger helped Pep Guardiola's Manchester City secure a 3-0 victory, producing a spectacular curling effort into the top right corner to break the deadlock. In the goalkeeping department, Czech goalkeeper Kinski was outstanding for Tottenham Hotspur. He made 2 crucial saves in a draw against Leeds United, including a vital save in stoppage time that preserved a point for Spurs in the relegation battle. In another significant match, Arsenal secured a 1-0 victory, with goalkeeper Raya delivering a sensational performance. Following a wonderful layoff from Matías Fernandes in the 78th minute, Raya executed a stunning save at point-blank range, a potentially defining moment in the title race. The Spaniard's clean sheet secured his 18th clean sheet of the season, earning him the Coca-Cola Golden Glove Award. Finally, Everton's captain led by example in a 2-2 draw with Crystal Palace, scoring and creating for his side, with Tarkowski netting the first goal and assisting Beto. Tottenham Hotspur suffered a frustrating draw against Leeds United at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, a result that has cast a shadow over the club's precarious position in the Premier League relegation battle. Despite taking an early lead through Matthews Tell in the second half, Spurs failed to secure the victory, with Leeds leveling the score via a penalty converted by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The outcome leaves Tottenham just 2 points clear of the relegation zone with only 2 matches remaining, putting immense pressure on the squad. The focus of criticism immediately turned to Richarlison, who, despite being Tottenham's top scorer this season with 10 goals, struggled to make an impact. Following the match, former Aston Villa striker Agbonlahor delivered a scathing assessment of Richarlison's performance on the talkSPORT breakfast show. Agbonlahor sharply criticized the player, stating, "He's the slowest player in the Premier League. I would have a bet with anyone. Richarlison is the slowest player in the Premier League." The amount of times he ran through, and Joe Rodon, who is not a quick centre-half, straight in got the ball out of him. Horrendous performance from him. Agbonlahor also extended his critique to other players, suggesting that some signings, such as Conor Gallagher, did not meet expectations defensively. He described the performance as painful and noted that Leeds United stepped up in the final 20 minutes, suggesting they should have secured the win. Amidst the disappointment, Agbonlahor did highlight a positive development, the return of James Maddison. The midfielder made his first appearance of the season as a substitute after recovering from an ACL injury sustained in pre-season. Agbonlahor expressed optimism about Maddison's impact, stating, "They need Maddison. Good to see Maddison come on. You just could tell by that ovation he got. Okay, he knows. I've got to be the man." It wouldn't surprise me if, maybe not the next game, but the last game of the season, he might be able to start. His club need him. Looking ahead, Tottenham faces a challenging fixture against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. With survival hanging in the balance, the team will require a significantly stronger performance than the one displayed against Leeds to navigate the final stretch of the season. Arsenal is reportedly eyeing a high-profile transfer in the upcoming summer window as they look to bolster their wide attacking options. Following a modest return from Gabriel Martinelli, manager Mikel Arteta is actively seeking an upgrade. While Kvaratskhelia Kvaratskhelia remains the dream target, securing him is expected to prove highly challenging. However, the focus is shifting towards a Premier League winger, with strong interest emerging for Anthony Gordon. Reports indicate that the England international is destined to depart Newcastle United at the end of the season. Sources suggest Newcastle United is prepared to sanction a sale for Gordon if an £80 million price tag is met, signaling that any deal with Arsenal will be substantial. Arteta and his recruitment team will face the challenge of assessing whether the 25-year-old justifies such a significant investment, or if alternative signings present a better prospect. Adding to the speculation, AC Milan star Rafael Leao is also linked with the Gunners, with potential transfer fees estimated between £43 million and £52 million. Leo's existing relationship with Gabriel Martinelli could potentially facilitate discussions between the clubs. Manchester City is bracing for a potential double injury boost ahead of their crucial Premier League clash against Crystal Palace on Wednesday evening. Manager Pep Guardiola was forced to field without star midfielder Rodri and defender Abdulkadir Kusanov during the recent 3-0 victory over Brentford. However, both players are expected to be fit for the midweek fixture at the Etihad. Rodri returned to training before Saturday's match after missing the previous 4 competitions, but he was not deemed fit enough for the game. He remains under assessment, but Manchester City is optimistic about his availability, as he is vital to their title challenge with just 3 games remaining in the season. Similarly, the club is hopeful for the return of centre-back Abdulkadir Kusanov, who also missed the Brentford game due to a knock. While he is currently a doubt, his injury is not considered serious, and he is not expected to be sidelined for an extended period. Further positive news for Guardiola could involve the return of Ruben Dias, who has been sidelined since the Champions League match against Real Madrid on March 17th, and Josko Gvardiol, who has been absent since January. Prior to the Brentford match, Guardiola had suggested both players could feature before the end of the season. The manager expressed optimism regarding Gvardiol's fitness, stating, "We are happy Gvardiol's back. Hopefully he can help us in the last part of the season and have a good World Cup with Croatia, and next season we can have him again at his best. It's really good to have him back like Ruben as well."